So this video is about Democrats. I think Ortiz. They're trying to pass it where all felons, convicted felons, get to vote. How I feel? I ain't got no problem with it. Everybody should be able to vote. Eventually, I'm still waiting on the day when you're sitting on your Facebook or you're sitting on your computer, and now you have DoorDash, and I'm just waiting on the day when maybe you'll be doing your vote off your phone, because I think that going to the box and all this um, will be passe sometime in the future. I think it'll be done. I don't have no problem with convicted felons voting, because when you're institutionalized, you still got to pay the payment to the state, and so on and so forth. So what's the problem with the voting? I mean, this the last election, and the Bush and Gore was fixed anyway. They miscalculate. They sometimes they have deceased people's voting count up. So if they know that someone's alive and they have the purpose to solidify their vote, Florida does it as it is already. So what's the big deal? It's no biggie with felons voting. Most of the politicians is corrupt and doing illegal hustling anyway. So what I'm saying is, and I'm not justifying things, I'm just saying this. Um, if you're part of the country, everybody has that right to vote. So what's the big deal? I don't see what a big deal is. I think that it's a right, regardless of circumstance, situation. You have had congressmen who've been incarcerated who were still on tickets to run, and if people choose to elect them, what's the problem? It's not no big deal. Um, Everybody should have that right if they choose to vote in America. If they choose to want to participate, yeah, sure. What's the problem? I don't see what the problem is. I think that should pass legislation. I've never understood that if someone commits a crime, gets charged as a felon or something, that all of a sudden their rights to vote are restricted. Now, I understand about guns, which I think should be banned, and that should be like randomly checked. That part I get, but the voting part, no. You should be able to vote no matter where you are, as long as you're part of the country. You've been a tax-paying citizen. Um, the voting situation, like I said, has been fraudulent anyway, with the whole Russian spy and the mafia hits on Facebook. So Mark Zuckerberg and all of them who, um, you know, gave Trump what he wanted. So they used that as a platform, which was a scheme and Ponzi scheme, but ain't nobody gonna lock them up and take away their vote. So yeah, felons should be allowed to vote. I don't see what the problem is. What's the big deal? Everyone should have that right if you're part of them, living in this country. So whatever. Anyway, that's my take about, yes, I believe convicted felons should be allowed to vote, and it's no biggie to me. Feel free to leave them comments, hit the subscribe and the bell rings. That's a new video. And I'm out. Peace.